Today we try and trade this old crappy farm truck for one of the coolest trucks ever made. I bought this Chevy from a neighbor along with a... Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Oh, hi, buddy. Mwah. I got the 71 C20 from a neighbor. So the quick backstory on the 71 C20 is I bought it from a neighbor along with a 53 3100. I got a really good deal on them, and my plan was to never keep the C20. I just wanted to fix it up and get it back on the road because it's been abandoned forever. Basically all I did, I put an interior in it, painted the grill, got a new grill insert, just kind of spiffied it up a little bit. It still has a long way to go, but at least it's drivable now and somewhat comfortable. My idea was to trade it for another project of equal value. I have a neighbor who has an 83 Toyota. I couldn't get a hold of him. I tried trading it for a Land Cruiser, a 68 Mustang. I tried trading it for a late 70s Corvette, but no one was biting on this thing. Until I found a 1956 F100 that has been listed on Facebook Marketplace for, I think it's 10 months now. He's been lowering the price, and he says he's willing to trade for an old Chevy. So I messaged him, I said, "Hey Clayton, are you interested in trading for a C20? He said, "Send pics." I sent some pictures, and I said, "I also have a 2006 Yamaha Rhino I could throw in, because I think his is valued a little higher." He again said, "Send pics." I sent more pictures, and he just asked some basic questions like, does it have titles, do they run? So then he tells me, "I'm a Chevy guy, I have 23 Chevys and one Ford just because it's cool. My wife says I have to get rid of it. I'm down if you're down." So we set a scheduled date for this evening, and he sent me his address. It's about 4 hours away. I just got to get all this junk loaded and hit the road. After he foolishly agreed to trade, I said, "Hey Clayton, just to be transparent with the trade, the 1971 C20, it's a running project. It will rip around town, but a few things I've noticed is it needs a choke. The cold start takes a minute. It has a ATF leak. Tires are old. It has some electrical problems. Blinkers, lights don't work." I said, "It's a solid running project, but needs a little more love." He says, "Awesome, I'm down when you are. My truck doesn't have any rust that I can see. Clean Arizona title in my name." I think all the other trades that didn't work out is kind of a good thing, because I've been looking for a 56 F100 for a while now, which brings us to this motor right here. This is a 2.3 liter turbo out of a 2020 wrecked Mustang. I bought an enclosed trailer and it came with all these parts. It's basically an entire drivetrain from a 2020 Mustang. And I don't really want to sell this either. It's kind of all like janky. It'd be hard to find a buyer for all this stuff. So I was thinking of projects I could put it in. My original idea was to put it in a 67 Cougar, which would have been cool, but it would have been a tight fit. And then I was thinking maybe a Mustang or something small, but I ultimately decided that it would be a cool project to put this drivetrain, all the suspension, brakes, and everything in a 56 F100. I think it would be a cool build because it's one of my dream trucks. It's about the same weight. It has about the same wheelbase. So if I can pull this trade off, it's gonna be super cool. I don't know much about the F100. There's just a couple blurry zoomed in photos. So hopefully it's in good condition. But to be honest, the truck I'm trading for isn't in great condition either. I hope the F100 isn't too crappy, but I also hope it's not too nice, because if it's too nice, I can't do all this swap. But if it's too crappy, I also can't do all this swap, and it'd be a lot of work. So hopefully it's just the right amount of crappy, just like the C20. The plan is load the crappy Yamaha on top of the crappy C20, load it all on a trailer, and haul it 4 hours away to go see if we can trade. Oh no! It idles. When I step on the gas, it dies. What the heck? Ah. If I spray starting fluid in there and rev it up, it actually revs up. So I'm guessing a needle and seat, float, bowl issue, fuel delivery. Also, if I hit here with this hammer, it also idles up. So it's probably just dirty or clogged or something. Which is a shame because I have to leave in about an hour. And this was the deciding factor if we trade or not. I think it needs a carb rebuild or at least a cleaning, which I do not have time to do. I think we are in business. I texted him, hey Clay, I went to load the Rhino on the back of the Chevy, but it has no power. It idles good, but when you step on it, it dies. It revs up with carb spray, so I'm thinking it's a stuck needle and seat or float bowl issue or something like that. I found this whole tune-up kit for 69 bucks, but it won't get here until Thursday. We could go ahead and trade, or I could fix it and we can trade next weekend. Let me know what you think, thanks. And I sent him a link to the carburetor kit, and he just sent me a short message. He said, we are good, I'll fix it. So, we on. So it'll run if I spray it, so I'm just gonna put it in gear, spray and pray. What now won't start? What the heck? It got up to there, but I'm having trouble getting over the wheel wells in here. It's kind of a climb for not having any power. I think it looks a little better like that because the bed of the Chevy isn't so high. It actually levels it out a little bit. Chevy looks a little clean. Now I just gotta load that whole pile of garbage onto the trailer. I am officially on the way. As you can see, we got the crappy Rhino on the crappy truck, and we are on a road trip. I did look at some photos of where I'm going, and it's kind of it looks like in a rough neighborhood, so I'm gonna pick up my brother-in-law on the way, and he's gonna go with me, so that's a plus. If anything, he can help me push the new truck onto the trailer because it has no motor. So I'm just gonna hit the road, put some tunes on, and I will check in a bit. Go on that way. You ready to trade garbage for more garbage?
Ya te la you know, pa que te la you play.
We still have a long way to go, but you know, we're gonna do this trade in the dark. We'll see how it goes. Gas station pizza. Trade was acquired. It came with a new grill. It came with a hood. We're gonna get back to the shop and I'll show you guys what it looks like. And there she is. I can't believe the trade went through. He also threw in this chrome grill that he didn't have pictured or listed, and he just gave it to me. That's a nice piece. Ignore the Bondo cracks. Before we get into this thing, I finally have an excuse to wear my F100 shirt. Check it out. Not bad. I'm super excited about this thing, but I have already noticed a couple things. With loading it and unloading it, there's not a piece of hardware holding anything on. When I got home last night, this bed was slid back about 10 inches. If it wasn't for the tires and it getting caught on the tires, I probably would have lost the bed. The whole front clip is super loose. Also, I lost a passenger mirror. I didn't hit anything, but when I was towing it, it just broke off at the bracket there. And it's on Highway 10 somewhere. It has clear Bondo work. This is brutal. Actually, that's not too bad. There's still metal under there. It's not that thick of Bondo. You always got a primer before you Bondo, or it just separates. I want to put that back so it looks pretty when I store it in the yard. Maybe some super glue. Boom. So we traded this thing at night. I didn't really get a chance to check it out, but someone was going to bag it. They notched the frame, which I don't really like. I wish it was just stock. I don't really want to use that rear end. I think I want to use the Mustang rear end. The tailgate is welded on, and someone added sheet metal with these louvers. I don't like that either. I think the guy told me it had a steering rack from a Crown Vic. I think they were gonna put bags on this end too. This mirror held on. These are nice mirrors. They look aerodynamic. I talked with the guy this morning after I got back, and I kind of just asked him again. I was like, hey, do you know the history of this thing, or what do you know about it? He's only had it for about a year. He gave me the backstory that he knows of it. Basically, 10 years ago, at his buddy's shop, a client brought it in to get restored and bagged and lowered and all that good stuff. Ended up not paying, ended up just selling it or giving it to the shop, I don't remember. And it's basically sat like this ever since. The guy I bought it from didn't want it because he's a Chevy guy. He had hundreds of Chevys, just all bagged and everything. So a Ford didn't fit in his fleet, but it does fit in my fleet because I have a little bit of everything. The guy that got the 71 Chevy also, this morning when I talked to him, he said, I'm already looking at short beds. He's gonna put a short bed conversion on it, slam it to the ground, put it on bags because that's his style. So he is equally as happy with the trade as I am, which I'm glad to hear because I felt like I got the better end of the deal. Let me know what you guys think. You guys saw the Chevy. You guys are about to see more of the Ford. Let me know which one you think got the upper hand. So it's a 56 F100 short bed, clean title, no motor, no transmission. It's had some modifications done to it. I did notice it has the Bondo on the hood. It has some Bondo on the rear cab corner. I'm gonna take a magnet to it and just see how much Bondo's in it. But it's a good shell to start with. I think we have a good starting point here. The panels are pretty straight. Hopefully there's not too much Bondo on them. We traded this thing in the dark, so I really don't know the condition of it. Let's check out the interior. The doors are nice. We got a Ford steering wheel. I don't know if this is the original bench seat, but it's probably, it's mounted. I don't know how bad the floors are. It's got like a rubber mat on there. Oh yeah, they're pretty rusty. It's floored. Ugh. I mean, It's what you'd expect. The dash is nice. Just like the Chevy. Mint. All the glasses here except for the driver's side window, that one was broken out. Does this door work? Huh. We got a key on this side, but not on that side. I don't think that door works. There's still a couple projects ahead of this one. Like I gotta finish up this Jeep. But before I park it in the yard, next to all those projects, I am going to add hardware to the front clip, the bed, probably put the hood and the grill back on, just to get a visual, because if it stays all pieced out like this, I'm gonna be unmotivated to work on it. But if I put it all together and it looks like an F100, I'm gonna be super motivated to finally get to it. It's never gonna work unless I either cut that inner fender out or remove it, because it's hitting this aftermarket suspension they put in. Ow, that is sharp. The frame looks pretty solid, to be honest. I don't know what's up with that cross member with one bolt in it. It's starting to look a little more like an F100. Now I just gotta somehow get this hood on by myself. Thing weighs like 200 pounds. My fingers. I lost some Bondo. I'm turning into an Oompa Loompa. Give it to me. Yeah. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna use a hoist. I think I have a plan. I'm gonna try again. Throwing back out part 7. I just don't want to break the windshield. Yeah. Whew. Stay. Let's see here. Will it just open and be friendly? I'm about to get guillotined, but I lost a washer. This is my first F100, so don't judge, but that's how I got it hooked up. And I don't like it. I'm gonna tighten those bolts in and see if that helps any. 47.5 gallons of lubricant later, I got the hinges freed up a little bit. The hood's not perfectly straight, but for now, I think it'll work. Ooh, look at that. Nice. That looks so good. I should probably put my Bondo pieces back on. I don't know how it went. I don't know. I do have some orange spray paint. Don't eat the Bondo. Bondo removal and shaking the can at the same time. Restoration 101. Ooh, they gave me a rag. I think I made it worse. Oh, that rag is totaled. Nice. I don't want to paint the emblem, so that can go there maybe. That's the perfect color. It's so windy. Once that dries, it's gonna color match perfectly. While that still dries, I gotta fix the bed because it's super saggy and we gotta bring it up a little bit. Yeah. Hey, whoa! Pyro, where are you going? There's nowhere to go. Now I just got to bring the back up a little bit. Pyro, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I got blocks in the back, blocks in the front. It still sits a little low, but I'm not going to cut those posts out. It's just gonna have to live like a lowrider. Look at these door jambs. I wonder if this used to be red and it just looks orange. Maybe they went with the, what's it called, Inferno Red? She's starting to look like an F100. I think it looks pretty good, and now I can stay motivated to work on this thing. I think all that's left is to give it a wash off all that fresh paint. I gotta say, I see the potential. That's actually kind of a nice color. If it was waxed a little bit. Look at that. Toss a clear coat on it, leave it like that. This thing is clean. This Ford is gonna have to live next to this Chevy for at least a couple months. But man, does that look good. I was pretty bummed when the other trades didn't work out, but everything happens for a reason, and I'm actually really happy with this trade. Let me know what you guys think. Who got the better deal on the trade. You guys saw the Chevy, now you guys saw the Ford. Let me know what you guys think. That's gonna be it for this video. I appreciate the support, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.